Hello, everybody. This is We're Curious, episode 19. And I trust and hope that things are going well for you. And if not, I hope that in some small way, this video will be a blessing for you. As a child in the 1960s, the Beatles permeated our culture. That they put out one hit after another. And one of the songs that I remember from my childhood was, the song was called All You Need Is Love. And indeed, that is very true, that all we really need is love. Now, in the song, the focus is on how we can be able to do many things. But that at the end of the day, even though we can do many things, all that really matters is love. We know over the past 14 months, there's been all kinds of political violence. What that means is that different political officials or people who are involved in politics, not in an office capacity, but in an organizing capacity, have been killed. We see that in terms of the Minnesota legislator that was killed at her home along with her husband, as well as a state senator and his spouse were severely wounded. We see that with the with the current governor of Pennsylvania, and that his house was, there was arson, a bomb that was thrown into the governor's residence while he and his family were asleep. We're familiar with the fact that there's been attempts twice on President Trump and the recent death of Charlie Kirk. And that this has created all kinds of tension of where both sides, Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives, are blaming each other. Folks, at the end of the day, for me, there's different factors as to why this has happened. I'm not going to get into that. But the one thing that truly has not been talked about is that this is a spiritual issue. Whenever there's difficulties like this, when there's trauma like this, when people are going after each other in a violent way, it's a spiritual issue. It's a spiritual issue. And that's why this Sunday, I'm going to be preaching about love. It'll be from Romans chapter 8, verses 26 through 39. And that one of the things that the Apostle Paul, this is written by the Apostle Paul to the church in Rome back 2,000 years ago, and that he tells at the end that there's nothing that can separate us from the love of God. And that is 100% true. But what happens, even though I think most of us know that, we get distracted. We get distracted with our own egos, or get distracted by other people. We get distracted by bright, shining things that we think are cool. And that then we forget about God's love. A love that is the most powerful, potent force in the universe when it's used. The problem is that we forget to use it, and that we many times don't trust in it. That we don't think that, love is going to overcome things. And I know that for some of you, for me to say that makes you uncomfortable. You may even disagree. But at the end of the day, it is God's love that's going to make a difference. It is God's love that will help us get through life difficulties. It's God's love that will bring people together and that you find reconciliation and peace. It is God's love where you no longer are attracted to anything that's hateful or evil, but instead that you are attracted to love and life itself. But we have to be focused. We have to be focused right now at this time of not finger pointing, but listening to each other. And really understand where the other person's coming from. It doesn't mean we have to agree with them. It just simply means we need to hear what they're saying, and that we do so with respect and love and not being judgmental. And sometimes that's hard to do. And I'm the first one to admit that sometimes that's hard for me to do. But when I truly do that, when I truly allow God's love to fill me, its most amazing thing is that I can come out of a disagreement loving that person even more than before. And it's not because of me, it's because of God's love working through me. And so that's the message I want to bring to you, is that all we need is love. But that love is not some sort of sugar-coated, syrupy, puppy dog kind of thing. And yes, you can say that's love, but the love I'm talking about, God's love, is much more than that. The Greeks had 3 words for love. Eros, which refers to sexual love. Philia refers to brotherly love or sisterly love. And then agape. Agape is unconditional love. And that is the love that we are to seek. That is the love that's freely given to us by God's grace. That's God's love that this world needs. That is what the world needs at this moment. That is what we always need in our everyday life. So what I encourage you, what I ask of you, is to seek God's love. Seek it, and if you don't really understand enough about it, you can seek me out, or you can seek out other people that may be able to help you. But I'm here to tell you, it is the most amazing thing. The most amazing thing. It changes one's life. It doesn't mean that things, trouble won't happen. It will happen. Life difficulties will happen. But when you have God's love in your life, you see things differently when things are not going well. I am grateful that you're listening. I encourage you to hit the like button, because that helps attract more people, and also write comments. If there's anything you think I can do to help, you can message me or private message me, or that you can write a comment below. And if you don't want to seek me out, be sure to seek out somebody else that you trust and know that will care and be willing to help you. Much love and much appreciation to all of you.